do you think?
Wow. Hey guys.
Welcome back to Res Life.
Thank you guys for stopping by and checking out this video. In this video, I'm going to be doing some work on a few more rides because that's just what I do. And we also get some snow, but don't freak out. This is from the middle of March.
Yes. It's been a while.
I'm catching up. I'm going to do more compacted videos, so they'll be a little bit longer with a lot more content packed in them. But awesome. It's because I don't want to miss any of the days that I want to show you guys what we're working on. Doing Res Life is a lot of different things. And right now we're just doing a lot of automotive work. But we will get around to everything else. We've got a lot of stuff coming up, so we want to show you guys everything. Thank you guys again for checking out this video. We hope you enjoy it.
Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday. I still have that red truck I got to do the oil cooler on. Before I head to the shop, though, I'm going to change the plugs and the coils on Auntie J's F-150. I'm going to scan it and see if I can find out if there's anything else wrong with it. It's got a pretty bad idle, so we'll see. I know it needs new plugs and coils, but there's no check engine light on. And a truck that's idling this bad with no check engine light means one thing. One of these fuses blown. So I'm going to figure out which one it is, and I'm going to change it real quick so I can scan this truck. A little ghetto, but I just crushed them together real quick. The leads and the scanner came on. So let me see what's wrong with this thing. Holy cow. Okay, well, let's check these out, I guess. 14 codes. Well, guys, I looked through the computer from the codes, and it says that we have a few problems. Starting with the cam sensors. So the cam sensors are bad. There's one right there. And then we've also got coil problems. So we've got a lot of misfires in this truck. We got a general misfire code, and then we've got a few codes for bad coils or misfire in general. So we'll be changing the plugs on those. And then, as you can see, a lot of the coils have problems with them. So that could be why there's intermittent misfires on there, on there, on there. I took off from the house, you guys. I'm headed to Gallup real quick. I'm still working on Auntie J's truck, but what started out as a simple plug change turned into a lot. So it's got a couple of bad O2 sensor readings, and it has two bad cam sensors. It might be a wiring problem though to the cam sensors, so I'll check those, and then I have to check there's a secondary coil malfunction on coil C, which is cylinder 3, and secondary meaning it's on the spark plug side and not the computer side. And then adding that to changing the plugs. And there's a few things wrong with that truck, but I gotta get this red work truck back into service that's over at the shop. So the oil cooler that I pulled off, I was letting it drain out yesterday, and I went home to wash my face and my hair because all that stuff splashed all over me while I was under the truck. And I'm gonna head in, I'm gonna put the oil cooler on, I'm gonna seal it, make sure it's good, and then I'm gonna head back to the house and finish that truck. I still gotta take out the intercooler piping too to that Buick sometime tonight. I made it to the shop. Gotta put on this new oil cooler. New-ish. I gotta put on this new-ish oil cooler. And then I'm gonna get back to the house because I gotta finish that truck. And then I'll come back later and finish what I gotta do here. This is the one we got in the mail. And we really only need this end piece here. All of this is still good. I just need the end that holds the oil filter. Now I gotta take this off. Here are the new seals we ordered from Ford.
This will make assembly a lot easier. So, I've got this part cleaned and I've got it all ready to go on. It took a bit to get this on here. I tried to use a rubber mallet, greased it up. It was popping on and then popping off. So we went with the old ratchet strap trick. And all we did was wrap a ratchet strap around this end. And then we had it through here. We had it wrapped around here. I'm not sure if that's what this is here for, but this certainly helped a lot to wrap it under here and through here. And once we just ratcheted it up, it popped on, and then we just had to turn it a little bit so it would clear this little piece, and it popped on. Now I have to fix that side, because when this side was put on, apparently it was put on wrong. Like, meaning the direction of it was wrong. So this part right here, if it bolts to the block and this is flat right here, this should be flat too on this side. So this part needs to turn and go down. One of the problems I found that could be the cause of our oil leak, and the reason why we were instructed to buy good seals and gaskets from Ford, is all this pitting right here. Now it's all straightened out. Alright, now I'm ready to put that on. These are the ones we needed, I guess. The ones from Ford. Although they look the same, apparently, these perform different. Everybody on the forums that have a leaking oil cooler on these 7.3s, usually it's going to be from those gaskets. These are the ones I put on before, and still looks alright, but this was leaking pretty bad. I got the new cooler in, I'm just tightening it up right now, and I dropped the wrench in here again, so I had to get it out, clean it up. Here's the crack on the inside of the end cap on the oil cooler. Now that I've got everything kind of cleaned up, got all the tools put away, I've got everything tightened up and torqued down right, I gotta fill this thing back up. All of this antifreeze that came out was still good. It was still new. This truck wasn't running that long. The last time we changed it, we realized that the leak was bad, so we ordered the parts. After we noticed the leak, we did a couple of things that we thought would help seal that, but it didn't, and the end cap started leaking the water where the JB weld was too. When I drained this antifreeze, I drained it from the truck and I put it in a clean bucket because, well, I put it in the newest bucket we had, and the only time we used it before was when we drained this coolant before. The last fluid I took out of here, I ended up putting it into jugs for recycling, I guess. So the fluid that was in here was new fluid, and once we got all this fixed and then we started it, it ran for less than a day, and then we realized that the oil was still leaking from the oil cooler in the back. So after trying to fix that a couple of times, nothing we were doing was working. So we got new seals, and what I was saying was that this wasn't even running for that long. So the coolant that I pulled out of here is going to go back in. Now I got to put it in here without spilling it. It's in this bucket right here, and I got to put it in there. I could transfer it to jugs and then pour it in here one by one, but I gotta get home and work on this ride. So I gotta try not to make a mess. Wow, how did you make a mess? All right, guys, two things. One,
I'm glad the truck started up no problem, so it's not having the battery problem anymore, where it was killing the battery while it was off. And 2, it's not leaking from the block heater, the oil cooler, front, or the back, or the oil filter, so it's good. I'm letting it run right now so I can make sure it's good. I'm going to do some cleanup in here and outside real quick, and then I'm going to head out. Heading back to the house and make a quick stop for a Monster. Check out these guys, just hanging out, almost home. I made it back to the house. I'm gonna go outside and start on Auntie Jay's truck again for the afternoon. Draven says howdy. Before I head out there, I'm gonna have some lunch. Mama Bear made me a sandwich. Well, she said she was gonna make me a sandwich, which usually is just bread and mayonnaise and the stuff I don't like, the salad on my sandwich, and the bread. Look what Jackie's got right here.
This is mine.
So, Mama Bear made me a cool sandwich. Yes. I like this. This is ham and bologna like I don't usually have it. I'm working on this truck again. So I pulled the coils out and I was trying to get the socket in here to pull these plugs out. There is so much dirt and oil down here that it's caked up around the bottom of the plug. So I can't even get a socket on this thing. And I don't have a vacuum that will fit in here. So I'll use compressed air, I guess. Something's wrong with this number 2 plug. I don't know if it's cross-threaded, but it does not want to come out. You can definitely see a difference in the old plug versus the new plug. Pretty big gap in that old one. I gotta clean these coils too before I put them back on. These things look a little rough. New coils would be ideal, but these aren't cheap, and this is on a budget, I guess. Time for a break. This smells good every time I came into the house. It's finally done. Thank you, Mama Bear.
You're welcome.
Buffalo chicken.
Buffalo chicken and Asian zing because you didn't taste the buffalo.
I've got the coils cleaned off as much as I can for now. I'm going to put them back in and see what it runs like. Alright, I finally got done with that truck. I replaced all the plugs. I redid all of the clips that go on there. And I came back into Mama Bear. Actually, I took it for a test drive down the road. It's running pretty good. Check engine light's not on. So it's ready to go. I came back in. Mama Bear's just talking to me about Michael. Michael took off to go watch a movie with his friend. So Grandma took him in. I was working on Auntie Jay's truck. So I think they're going to head back now. Are they heading back now, Mama?
I think so.
He's like, what is that?
So she's gonna peck you. Look, guys. Jackie brought in a chicken.
Please give me some water. This one keeps getting out of the cage.
Jackson's all mad. I'm playing a game. This chicken.
He crawled all the way to the top of my hand and is sitting under like a perch. Hey, little chicken. The trash truck is out here. I took off from the house. Mama Bear and the boys are still there. Grandma, everybody. I was pretty sore when I woke up this morning from the rides that I was working on yesterday. A lot of up and down, a lot of cold weather on my back, so I was a little more sore than I was okay with this morning. But I'm heading in right now. I've got a couple of things that I gotta do, and I'm gonna go stop by my bro's house. I'm gonna check on that engine that was supposed to be here like 2 weeks ago, and I got a few things to print out for some lawyer stuff for the accident, and yeah, we'll see from there. That was a quick in and out. I got most of the things that I need to do. The engine is getting picked up right now as we speak. I had a quick conversation with him about what we needed to change and what needs to be picked up as well. So he's going to go pick up the engine, and then I'm going to figure out what else needs to be done. And then I'm going to
get together a list of things we need to pick up for that as well. So it's going to be a lot of the things that I changed on that van. A little bit more too. I think we're going to do oil pan gasket, rear engine cover, rear main seal, front main seal, timing cover, and of course the top end stuff, valve cover, intake manifold, thermostat, throttle body, and exhaust manifolds. So we're going to be doing all that. And then I went by and picked up dinner stuff and lunch stuff. I went by and seen my bro Manny. I didn't get to go by my mom's though. I was going to head out there, but I got hungry, so I'm going to cruise home. I'll probably do that later on. We'll see how the weather goes, I guess. I'm headed back to the house right now. I just left from Lowe's West. I'm headed back into the storm, you guys. That looks kind of cool, hiding in the clouds right there. Whoa. Immediately that went bad. I guess it wasn't clouds that it was hiding behind. Man, this looks wild. Wow. Man, I can't even imagine driving on the freeway when you can't even see it in front of you. The traffic is slowed down, but it still looks alright, I guess. This is the hill that I was worried about with the mud and the snow. And with this terrain management, it's really kind of cool. I don't even really have to do any work on it. Kind of awesome. I made it safely back to Mama Bear.
Good.
The road was getting pretty bad when I was coming out, so I guess all plans for going back into Gallup this evening are off. I came back and Mama Bear's working on lunch. Yeah. Daisy.
But it's all snowy.
Their season. That's why they look really toasted. What are you doing?
Hey, Butter Dad.
Oh my goodness.
Mama was in here braiding Michael's hair. Looks awesome. That's pretty cool, Mama Bear.
Yeah.
I know somebody else that needs a braid right now.
Yeah, you do. Honey,
Mama Bear.
which one is it?
It is super smoky in here.
Yeah, it is. Which one of these sticks do you want?
I don't care. Whichever one's the good one. I don't know. I'll take whichever one you cook for me. Check out these cool hearts Mama's working on. I really dig the black and purple. The chicken coop looks warm.
Yay!
Papa put up some poles back there for the clothesline. Some of the snow is sticking. We're trying to cool it down and air it out in here. This is all the steak smoke leaving the kitchen. It's actually the oil that's smoking up.
Yeah, these are like
These look good.
still.
Yeah.
I have to cook them a little bit more than normal for the boys. I'm
'Cause you're always scared of
kinda,
that?
I'm still kind of scared. Yeah.
They look
to
pretty
feed
good.
them. Yeah, this is still pretty red for him.
They get all mad if you overcook them, huh?
Yeah, they have to be all nice and red still.
Some baked potatoes too.
Baked potatoes, green beans.
And some green beans. We just got done with dinner.
Yep.
And I really love the way Mama Bear seasons the steaks. Whatever she puts on them and the combination of all of it together, it really eliminates the need for steak sauce. I haven't used steak sauce in a while, like years. So I really love it. And the boys like it too. Draven tried to use steak sauce for a bit, but he abandoned it.
Yeah.
And Michael came back for more steaks, so I'm glad they love it. Another thing, kind of crazy, when I stand in the kitchen, there's a mirror back here behind me. And a lot of times when I'm standing here with Mama, where I'm at right now, I can see back there, and I don't see Michael anymore in the mirror. Like when I stand with him, I can't see the top of our heads. But earlier today, I noticed that his shoulders are starting to be a little bit higher than mine.
Like that high.
So I'm 6 feet, and Michael is getting taller.
I was standing here
Kinda
and I was
crazy.
just looking at him and I was like, "Are
She
you
was
getting
looking
taller?
like this.
He's getting taller."
He was such a tiny little dude too when he was born.
Yeah, Papa was just saying that. Oh, he was so little when he was born.
He was a little 7-pounder. He was 7 pounds and 2 ounces when he was born. Good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, and I got a lot of things to do today. I usually have a lot of things to do every day, but today I got a lot of things to do. I'm going to start here in the garage. I keep talking about these 2 engines that I got to put one together. Well, one's on a cart, and I need the cart today. So I'm going to take this in and move it out here by this one. And then I need to take that cart into Gallup so I could use it to move some engines around for the Escalade. Morning, Butter Dog. Morning, Daisy. Buddy already got his belly rubs for the morning. He came outside. And Daisy, I guess, just came out too. I haven't seen her all morning yet. The fun part is going to be moving this around in the dirt. All right. Now that I've got these engines where I need them, the cart is free. I got to clean this up real quick and put it in the truck. Pam's dad gave me this a while back for moving engines around. I guess he made it way back in the day. Still holding up. Could use some paint. Alright. I got this all set up so I can cover this, and I'm going to put that cart in here and take it to Gallup. I probably should have tied my hair, but I'll worry about that later. Let me go load this thing and then I'll come back in for Mama. I like Mama Bear's water cup today. Looks nice and broken in.
So
They made sure it worked.
let's see that knife action.
There you go, man. This looks pretty complete, you guys.
This is broken right here.
Must be a common thing.
This
Oh yeah, this is definitely.
So we'll put
Yeah,
this on
we'll-
our list.
Well, yeah, GM sells just a pulley, unlike
Yeah.
the one that I had to buy for the freaking
How
Explorer.
about this one right here?
That one looks alright. Well, yeah, that's for your AC. That's going to be on a separate belt, and that's a tensioner for that one. This looks pretty good.
I was surprised that it had all this wiring on it. You know?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It came with all the coils, came with plugs,
It
came
made it
with
easy
everything
for us.
to the ECU. We could just drop this in and pull the wiring from that.
Well, then you just plug in, play, right?
Pretty much.
Like all this stuff is on here. Isn't that cool? How
Yeah.
They left everything on there.
Yeah.
Is that
All the
usually how
wiring
it's
to the
done?
batteries. Well, I've never was, fortunate enough to buy another engine like this from a company. Normally I go to the junkyard and I pull it out myself.
The mounts are still on there.
Well, we definitely
So
should
new
change
plugs?
some of these seals.
New plugs, new wires.
Yeah.
Or are these okay?
I would get new ones anyway.
Just change them out.
And actually, all the stuff we could change while it's in the truck. The stuff that we really need to worry about is the stuff that we can't get to while it's in
Right,
there.
right,
So
right,
definitely oil pan gasket, rear main seal. We'll check the oil pump.
How do you feel about it? What's your thoughts on how it looks?
Man, it looks like it's a pretty good engine
I was kind of liking it.
for coming on a tire. Like, this is pretty good. This is definitely in better condition than one that I would have pulled out from a junkyard, because of course we would have took all the stuff off to get it out.
Well, it's clean too. Looks like it's deep cleaned it, huh?
Even if they didn't, it looks like it wasn't run too bad, or it wasn't in the kind of conditions that I would normally run a vehicle going to the res.
Says 74,000 miles.
Yeah, this looks pretty good. I don't know if it was steam cleaned, but it looks pretty clean.
Well, that was my guess.
I like that everything came with it.
So, Well, now we can put it in this thing. I feel pretty good about it overall. We can make it work.
That engine is 650 pounds.
We need to move this one. We're going to put the oil pan back on this real quick before we move it. It'll just make it easier to move and maneuver once we get it in the garage. After a few minutes, we've got this on the cart. So now he's going to move the truck. Then I can squeeze it in between there and to the garage. You trying to hurt yourself so you don't got to do the work or what?
Yeah, pull the old unhurt card.
In the Navy, we call that malingering.
What do they call that?
Malingering?
Malingering. Oh, okay.
Whoa!
Here we go.
It won't go anywhere. Right, that's cool. We'll move it after we come back.
Yeah. That's good.
That was a lot easier. Time for some grub. We got to pull the torque converter off of this and then get this ready for some turbos. This guy trying to make it easy for somebody to just roll up with a forklift. Look at this. And look at Mama's. 2 vegetarian plates here. Our friend Labor's vegetarian too.
Vegetarian.
I'm the only meat eater here? I'm outnumbered, guys. That's not gonna happen. Well, we don't have a pellet jack, so this is what we figured out. This is how we do it on the res, I guess. I'm not sure how that strap's even gonna hold up, but it's worth a shot. We just need to get this engine
I guess we go
to the end of the bit.
real slow.
Yeah, go for it. Move slowly. And I'll let you know if it's working or not. Go ahead, go slowly. Yeah, it's working. It's working. It's almost to the edge. You got like 3 feet. Hold on. Right there. Wait up a second. All right, we extended this out a little bit, and it gave us enough room to reach the engine on the truck. And this is safely on the ground, so this is actually working out for us pretty good. I'm kind of glad we have a bigger one of these. The Harbor Freight one would have never been able to do this. Oh, I was missing that. Go for it, you're good. Nice. Go ahead, you can park it right there. Now we just got to cut off this pallet and put it down. That took quite a bit, but the engine is right there and ready to be worked on. Soon enough, we'll have it back in here. We got to pull that trans out. This is all here just to cover up everything we didn't want out in the elements while the hood was off. Oh man, I remember something happened earlier. There was a pedestrian versus train incident earlier.
Oh yes, that was recorded.
It is a little bit later in the afternoon, and we got done with the engine moving around and stuff, and then we took off to the east side with our bro Labor. We went to look at some kits for the seals and stuff, so we ended up buying the kit that was needed for the whole bottom end of the truck, and then we'll worry about the top end once we get it in the truck. So we did that. We dropped them off, and now we're picking up some pizza for the kids. Today is Pie Day, 3/14, so we're picking up some pizza, and then we're gonna head home. We're gonna run across right now for some potato chips and some sodas.
Yeah.
Mama Bear and I made it back to the house. The boys liked our pizza, except Jackson. Jackson didn't have pizza. He wanted a taco, I guess.
That's good.
So Jackson got a taco.
What do you think?
Wow. I freaking love those. Those are the perfect color.
Yeah,
Yep.
I like them too.
Just in time for opening day.
Yay!
All right, you guys, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for hanging out with us again. We really appreciate it.
Yes. Thanks for all the love and support, guys.
We hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Y'all stay safe out there.
Yes, and keep cool in the hot weather.
Make sure you hydrate.
We'll see you guys next time.
She makes me hydrate.
Yeah, all
Y'all
the
have a good
time.
one. Later.